Detroit Pistons basketball, brought to you by Dunham's, the complete sports outfitter. Our big names bring you in, our low prices bring you back. By Budweiser, the genuine article, Beechwood aged for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you. By Renault and Jeep, official vehicles of the NBA. By the Michigan State Lottery, somebody's going to win, why not you? By your neighborhood Kentucky Fried Chicken. When it comes to chicken, we're in a league by ourselves. We do chicken right. By the Kelly Springfield Tire Company. Kelly Tires, a good deal on a great tire. And by True Value Hardware Stores. More than just a name, it's our way of doing business.
Between the Pistons and Chicago Bulls have developed into one of the league's most intense rivalries. In the first 3 meetings between the two, the Pistons captured 2 home court victories, but suffered a hard-fought setback at Chicago in early January. The last time they met, league scoring leader Michael Jordan cut loose for a season-high 61 points, enabling the Bulls to pull out a thrilling 125-120 overtime win, evening the season series at 2 games apiece. All 4 of these games have been played at an intensity level that is usually reserved for the playoffs, and there's been no love lost between the 2 clubs. Things should be no different tonight. From Chicago Stadium, it's the Pistons and the Bulls. Hi again, everybody, from sold-out Chicago Stadium in the Windy City. George Blaha, along with Crash, John Mengel, a guy who toiled for the Bulls after he played for the Pistons. And this has always been a great rivalry, John. We talk about the rivalry a lot, but it has 2 exciting faces in it right now as far as individuals. Of course, Isiah for the Pistons, and now Michael Jordan of the Bulls. A truly phenomenal young player.
Well, when you talk about pure God-gifted physical talent, strength, speed, and jumping ability, I don't think there's ever been anybody in this league, anyway, with those kind of tools. Is he the greatest player ever, or is he the most valuable player in the league? I don't know yet. I just don't know at this point.
He did score 61, as you know, last week against the Pistons. Most in the league since '78. You were still playing then. George Gervin and David Thompson had big games that day. David had 73 in the last game at Cobo, but 61 points, I mean, that's a bundle.
Well, that is a lot of points, and the Bulls are 22-11 when Michael scores 40 or more, so we know he's a very integral part of their offense. I think the key here tonight is rebounding. 30% rebounding for the Bulls. That leads the league. It's a very physical team. They're going to play very physical, and that they just played last week a pretty physical game down to the wire, I think will make this game here tonight even more intense. It makes the rivalry greater when you've just seen a team a week before.
Oh, no question about it. Pistons have won 4 in a row, 9 of 12. They still lead the Central Division, and they just got to hang on, and this would be a very important road win.
Well, I think the game in Boston, Boston Sunday game in Detroit was a real key ball game. I think it gave them the momentum to win the 2 games they have, plus possibly a win here tonight. I think this is an important game, and I think we don't want the Pistons to be complacent just because they've won 2 in a row.
This is a 3-game, week-long road trip, and this is Game 3 in Chicago. Stand by for some electricity on the Pistons Basketball Network. You couldn't hear the Kenwood High School Glee Club finish the national anthem because of the noise in here, John.
Well, this place is really electric. Back in the old days, sometimes we put 20,000 in here, and it'd sound like 50,000 at Pontiac.
Sidney Green will start against his old team. Boy, the Pistons got a deal when they got him from Chicago. Ditto for this guy, Adrian Dantley, over from Utah, with those dead, solid, perfect post-up moves. Bill Laimbeer, the guy everybody loves to hate, in the middle for the Pistons.
Except if you're on his team, and you love him.
Interesting job for Joe Dumars tonight. one that he doesn't back away from, but a tough job. He's got Michael Jordan. Isiah joining him in the backcourt. In an enemy uniform or not, Isiah Thomas in the old neighborhood on Chicago's near west side gets a hand from the home folks. Chuck Daly, the Pistons' all-time winningest coach, going for victory number 200 tonight.
A nice place to get it.
And they have turned out the lights in Chicago.
All the flash, right?
To give you the Chicago Bulls.
And now,
Michael Jordan averaging 37.4 points per game. Coming off a 49-point game in Philly in a loss this week.
6'8" forward, number 20, Gene Banks.
Gene Banks starts at small forward, and he's played solid, if unspectacular, basketball for them. He's important.
Last 17 games, shot 57%.
Charles Oakley, one of the league's top rebounders. In fact, he's second. Bill Laimbeer is fourth, joining him up front. Dave Corzine, and notice they don't boo him all that much anymore here. Starts in the middle.
Every once in a while, you'll see some of those boo birds.
John Paxson.
There's a kid now who really has been key in this club.
Yes.
11.5 points a game. He's run the show for Michael. Plus, he can shoot the jumper.
He sure can. He's a perfect compliment to the great Michael Jordan in the Chicago backcourt.
Right after this.
A standing ovation for Michael Jordan as he's introduced for Doug Collins' team. Doug Collins hasn't done a bad job this season. Give him some credit. First year as a head coach anywhere at 35 years of age. He's in the playoffs. You know, tomorrow at the Silverdome will be a night to remember. The Pistons host the 76ers. It'll be Julius Erving's last visit, whether he plays or not, and he will be honored in pregame ceremonies. Elias Brothers will sell special Dr. J's Last House Call t-shirts, and the Pistons' all-time 30th anniversary team will be honored. For this night to remember, Good Humor Ice Cream is sponsoring the price reduction on general admission tickets to only $1. Don't miss it, a night to remember tomorrow night at the Silverdome.
You can use all the cliches you want, you know, the last house call and all that, but there's a class guy and a great player coming in there for the last time. I bet those tickets will be hard to come by.
Tickets are hard to come by here tonight.
Standing room. They sell standing room here at two prices, George. $9 and $12 for standing room.
Jess Kersey and Paul Mahalik are in charge of this one. Corzine will jump center against Sidney Green. Corzine 6'11". And Sidney taps the ball to Isiah as the Pistons go to work in front of their basket. He'll take Paxson wide of the lane right side. Spin to it, turn around high glasser wide left, rebound Corzine. To Michael Jordan, midcourt against Dumars. Joey D goes to work. Jordan goes baseline, double pump fake. Now the shot off the iron to Oakley. Fresh 24 for the Bulls.
The thing you got to be careful about when you double team a guy like Jordan is you leave yourself -1 on rebounding. That's why the Bulls are so successful on the boards this year.
Good point. And they are that, as you pointed out in our pregame.
Yep.
Paxson pitching it inside for Jordan, and already the Pistons are caught in illegal defense.
Of course, the second one's a technical foul, and the Bulls have been cashing in on a lot of technical fouls this year from those zone defenses, or not zone, but illegal defense. Of course, you can play a zone if you play it right.
As we said, Chuck Daly looking for win number 200 in his career here in Chicago tonight. Oakley, right side, pump fake, then a drive and an offensive foul.
Billy Laimbeer with a little help to Mr. Mahalik on the play. Oakley been complaining a lot in the papers. He hadn't been getting enough shots, but he still comes and plays every night and rebounds.
He's not been happy, or at least completely happy, under this Doug Collins regime. He and Earl Curitan did some talking about it. Earl's now gone. Pistons go to Sidney Green, high glasser, off and away to Chicago.
Good help by Dave Corzine there.
Paxson takes it right wing, guns and it goes. And he'll do that to you if you let him have it. He'll take it and he'll make it. It's 2-0 Bulls. Isiah will stop and go him though. Hook on the run and miss, but draw the hit and the foul. Jess Kersey makes the call. The foul is on Paxson.
Regardless of how many times that you go home in front of your home folk, or maybe back to a town where you went to college, you still got to be something special there. And Isiah, I've noticed tonight, really pushing the ball up the floor, trying to make things happen. And I always say when a guy goes home, it's how he starts that usually determines how good a game he has.
Well, his first free throw is in the hole. Boy, he had a great game in Indiana on Wednesday.
Control of that game.
All kinds of George Gervin-like finger rolls. 24 second-half points, 34 overall.
11 assists, 9 rebounds. Pretty good for a little fella, huh?
Well, we're talking incredible numbers for a man 6'1". 2-2. Isiah made the second. Bulls ball. Banks head of the key.
Talking pretty good numbers for a guy 6'10".
Yeah, you are. Jordan has it left side. Dantley helps Dumars. Pass on top to Corzine. Low to Banks. He's alone up and in. Well, they took advantage of the double team. Banks' first basket, and it's 4-2 Chicago. Isiah with a bounce to Dantley wide of the lane as the Pistons come to work. AD is double teamed. Jordan and Banks, they knock it away. Adrian picks it up to Laimbeer in the lane for Dumars, fouled by Banks.
You got to keep an eye on Jordan. He's third in the league in steals at 2.7. He'll come sneak from behind. He'll gamble, especially when he's allowed to double team.
We have 10-11 to play in the first. And there are a lot of Piston fans in here. Prisco Nardoni and Danny Walsh from Warren have 60 people up high in the corner here over from Detroit to watch this one.
How far a drive is that? About 4.5, 5 hours?
Yeah.
Not an easy night either, right? Kind of nasty around here.
Fouls on Oakley. They switch it from Banks. Pistons with it. Dumars right wing. Gun short. Rebound Oakley. Ahead to Paxson. Chicago leads 4-2. Banks has it top of the key. Wing on the right to Oakley. Squares up, sends it. It's a brick off to Isiah. He hangs on the baseline.
Well, not exactly the shot that Doug Collins would like to see Oakley take. You got a guy like that, you want to keep him under the hoop.
Isiah all the way up behind the foul line. For the gun it goes, and we're tied at 4. Isiah has all 4.
Little fella's got that look in his eye tonight, I think.
9:40 to play in the first in Chicago. Pistons, and they are shoehorned in here at Chicago Stadium. Paxson to Jordan. He's wide of the lane against Dumars. On the floor to the lane. Isiah thought he had position, but he's on the floor, and he'll get the blocking foul.
I don't think they're going to give the basket on this, are they? Yes, they are. Jordan goes to the hoop. Oh, that looks like he got a little protection on that one. Of course, Michael's so good. We talked about his combination of speed and strength. You know, a lot of guys are quick to get open that way. When they get a bump like that and have to absorb it, it really throws their shot off. But Michael, you saw there, kept under control because of his strength and put that one down.
Took a good lick. Made it a three-pointer, too, as he hit the free throw. It's 7-4. Chicago leads. Dantley to Dumars, the cutter, cut off by Corzine. Pass foul line to AD. Left wing Isiah goes baseline around Paxson. Over Jordan. Missed the shot. It's on the floor, and Isiah has it. Saved it sideline right, comes to the lane, flips it up and in off the window. Circus shot. 7-6. Pistons down 1.
He was looking everywhere but the basket on that one.
Banks cuts down the lane, gets from Paxson, dishes right corner Jordan for Chicago. Clock at 14. Now 13 to the lane. Guns off the glass. Good, but no basket. An offensive foul on Jordan, says Paul Mahalik.
Looks like Chuck Daly's philosophy here is going to let's make everybody else beat us, especially from outside. Jordan being double teamed, and they are really packing him in the paint when he goes to the basket.
Dumars has it, top of the key. To Isiah, wide of the lane. Dishes low, right side to Sid Green, up and in. Powered it up over Banks and Corzine.
I'll tell you,
the Pistons lead.
Isiah's going to have a great game. You can see it in him. Nice two-man game there. Isiah and Sid Green. Beautiful pass. Clinic style from Isiah.
Pistons 8, Chicago 7. 8.25 to play first quarter in Chicago. Paxson outside against Isiah. To Jordan from the corner with a rainbow. Nope, tap no by Corzine. Rebound. Oakley up and in.
Well, that's where Doug Collins wants Oakley, underneath the hoop, taking those rebound shots.
It is 9-8, and Isiah quickly goes baseline right, misses his scoop, but there's contact and a jump ball.
Isiah trying to really make things happen down there, and Paxson jumps in, all ball. He's got it. Isiah gets a shot off. I don't understand why they called a jump ball there. It looked like he got the shot off as Bill Laimbeer and Oakley, not the best of friends, tussling there for position on this jump ball.
Paxson and Isiah at the Piston free throw line. Isiah with a tap to Dantley. Pistons with a fresh 24. AD, top of the key against Banks. On the floor, spinning foul line. Leaning gun from there, wide to the right side. An offensive foul on Adrian.
Michael Jordan on the double team. Adrian on a slight force that time.
Chuck Daly looking on as Adrian gets an offensive foul.
They're starting to call when someone jumps into somebody and forces contact. Offensive foul.
7:48 to play in the first. Jordan posting up on Dumars. Gets the pitch, goes wide, circles back to the lane, misses. Laimbeer boards to Isiah. Directing traffic to Dantley, right of the lane. Set shot, swish! Pistons 10, Chicago 9. 7.5 to play in the first. Michael Jordan with a spinning move and a dish up top to Corzine. Wing right Paxson, in and out on the shot. A whistle though, and Isiah is going to be called for his second foul.
Well, one of the things that happens when you really get yourself up and getting ready in a game, sometimes you have a tendency to overdo it. No vision there for us on that particular foul, whether it was or not. It's real tough. Takes Isiah right out of the ball game.
Isiah had 6 of the Pistons' first 10. Vinny Johnson will come on.
Vinny with only 3 points in the game versus the Bulls last week may have a little something to prove here, although he's had 20 plus in his last 4 games. It's kind of nice when you have to take Isiah out to bring a guy in like Vinny Johnson.
Nobody in the league can bring a guard off like Vinny Johnson.
Not that can score that way. No
Vinny
way.
had 16, shooting 8 for 13 against the Pacers. Paxson got them both. Chicago leads 11-10. 7:22 to play in the first as Joey Dumars left hands it to forecourt. Takes it left wing. Flips it to Laimbeer, who sends it under to Dantley against Banks. Turnaround hook. No. Off the iron to Corzine. To Paxson, midcourt on the left. Paxson, top of the key. Leaves it there for Corzine. Clock at 16. Deep right now to Paxson. Paxson against Vinny with a bounce to Banks. In the lane against Dantley. Offensive foul. He rubbed AD off when he leaned into him. They're offensive foul happy here in Chicago so far. 6:53 to play in the first. Timeout now. Bulls lead the Pistons 11-10. This is the Pistons Basketball Network. Pistons season tickets for the rest of the season are still available, and by purchasing season tickets for the last 6, you'll see some great games like Milwaukee on April 5th and so forth, but you'll also get first choice on playoff tickets. Salespeople are on duty during our simulcast. The telephone number is 338-4500. Get out that plastic and charge some season-ending season tickets.
Both clubs 4 for 9 from the field. Bulls 3 for 3 from the line. Pistons 2 for 2. Rebounding's the key here. Bulls up 7-3 on the boards.
And they lead 11-10. Pistons basketball. Sidney Green left wing. Top of the key Dumars. Joey comes foul line. Down the lane. Dishes to Laimbeer. Low right. Taking the baseline fadeaway. Doesn't fall. Rebound Oakley. Hooks it to Banks. Fumbles at midcourt. It's on the floor. He goes down and gets it for Paxson.
Bulls been going down and getting it a lot this year. Their scratch and scramble styles really what's made them successful.
Corzine has it in the right corner. Bouncing it in the lane for Oakley, posting on Green. And a foul on Sidney Green is his first and the Pistons' third. Keeping track of the numbers for us tonight, Pistons timekeeper Mickey Evans. Nice to have the Mick over here. Kind of a busman's holiday for him, always doing something different, opposed to working the clock. He might stay out an hour or 2 after the game and enjoy Chicago. Michael Jordan at the free throw line, forces, misses. It's an air ball. Rebound Laimbeer.
Michael complaining he was fouled. Couldn't see it from our angle.
Vinny Johnson gets the screen from Laimbeer, hooks it back to Billy, top of the key. Long gun goes.
I wonder how many times they've got to run that play before somebody knows about it in a scouting report. Isiah and Billy do that very well, and so do Vinny and Billy. Similarity tonight in the way both centers play, outside a lot, passing a lot, and of course banging the boards. Corzine and Laimbeer.
Pistons lead 12-11. Back come the Bulls. Paxson misfires, top of the key, but Corzine has the rebound. Back it goes to Paxson, left wing Oakley. Gunning over Sidney Green, off the iron, no to Dantley.
Oakley again from outside. I'm sure the Pistons are very happy to see him shoot from out there.
Vinny Johnson wants to work that same play with Laimbeer.
Vinny's going to shoot.
This time he comes down the right side,
nice.
bounce back to Billy, foul line. He'll try the gun from there. Doesn't go. Sidney Green taps it, but Michael Jordan comes away with it. Pistons lead him 12-11. Just under 5 to play in the first in Chicago. Better than 18,000 to sell out in here at Chicago Stadium. Jordan behind the back with the dribble down the lane. Too hard, though, with a shot. Rebound, Laimbeer to Vinny. Behind the back feed for Dumars. Saves it left corner.
A little contagious, maybe.
He'll try from there. After a couple of dribbles, fills it up. Dumars with the long gun, and the Pistons lead by 3. It's 14-11.
One of the things the Pistons really miss when Isiah's out is a creator, someone who creates for others. And they have to work their offense a little bit better without Isiah in the ball game.
4:20 to play in the first. Chicago looking inside. Jordan got it backdoor, easy dunk.
Well,
14-13.
Dumars fronting on the side there. And when the ball swung to the top, he just pins Joe and slides to the basket. The Pistons have to keep that ball from swinging so easily.
Dumars and Laimbeer want to pick and roll left side on Jordan and Oakley. They get it to Billy. Hook from the lane, no. Falling away. Oakley rebounds. Dumars steals the outlet. Fumbled the shot going up with it. It came up under the hole, back down and through. No hoop. Chicago's ball on the side. Still a super play for Joe.
Ball's a little slick. This is one way of getting it up through the basket and back down, but it doesn't count. Usually you see that in traffic, like on a rebound. But
somehow I think that'll work its way into Dunham's comedy tonight on our fast break features.
You can't laugh about it once in a while. Life's too tough, right?
Sure. Brad Sellers off the Chicago bench.
A lot of flack when the Bulls took Sellers instead of Johnny Dawkins.
They'll go to Corzine, and his gun from behind the foul line goes, and now Chicago leads 15-14.
Dave's played real well of late. He started the last 25, 30 ball games instead of coming off the bench. Done a nice job for the Bulls.
Pistons with Vinny's basketball right of the lane. His leaning gun doesn't go. Rebound Oakley. And Green tries to knock it away, and Sidney gets the foul in backcourt.
Not the best of fouls. Kind of a cheap one. It's the 4th team foul. Oakley, of course, second in the league in rebounding at 12-8, and Sid didn't really have much of a chance there.
John Salley replaces Sidney Green. John playing with back spasms and a pulled groin. Sometimes they have good nights when they don't feel well.
Those young guys, that shouldn't bother them.
Oakley from the top, hit it over John, and Chicago leads by 3, 17-14. 3:05 to play in the first. Here comes Dumars against Jordan, left wing. Starts for the baseline. Corzine jumping out on him there. Pass top of the key to Vinny, and Chicago's in an illegal defense. They get their warning, and also they'll get their timeout. 2:56 to play in the first. Chicago 17, the Pistons 14. This is the Pistons Basketball Network. Harken back to Chicago. George Blaha and John Mengelt with the Pistons and the Chicago Bulls. Pistons trail by 3 in the final 3 of the first. They set up the play, and Laimbeer tries to bounce it inside. It is knocked away from Dantley by Sellers. He'll save it for Paxson.
Billy a little too automatic on the pass. Brad Sellers got some quickness for his height. Got around in front of AD.
Paxson looking to alley-oop it. It gets to Jordan in the lane. He'll have to take it down. Shot is blocked. It looked like Vinny got it. Jordan back to the hoop, and this time Salley got the ball from behind. But Jordan was bumped, and Salley got some of him, too.
Vinny got it clean the first time. Salley comes across. Nice block, but a little body on the play. And, of course, a guy like Michael's going to get protected just a little bit, and especially at home.
John Paxson comes out, and he's replaced by Sedale Threet. Threet, the night that Jordan scored 61, really won it for Chicago. He did it all in overtime in a 125-120 win at the Silverdome for the Bulls.
The Bulls feel about the same Threet trade as Pistons do about the Sid Green trade. They feel they got a good player.
Michael Jordan gets 2 free throws. The Pistons hurry back, and Dantley lays it up and lays it in.
I really like that. I like it when they push the ball up the floor. AD so great going one-on-one down low. They get it to him. Nice position, and he's up and at him before anybody can help.
19-16 Chicago. Sellers in the corner. Pitching it in the lane for Oakley. Have to save it outside for Jordan, but Michael skies for it. Up on the left wing and in with a jumper.
Very, very poignant example of Jordan's physical ability. How he just leaped up over Dumars, made a play that will not show up in the stats, and then made one that will on the jump shot.
Doug Collins' club just got a technical foul. They get their second delay of game warning. Oakley was the culprit who put it in the 5th row.
Of course, the Bulls second in the league in defense at 104.5, despite having Michael leading the league in scoring, really don't like to push the ball up the floor that much and just get it out of bounds to where the Pistons can't push it up. And they used to make the nets a little tight at home. You know, they used to starch them a little bit so the ball didn't come through as quickly.
Laimbeer hit the free throw. Pistons down 21-17 and on the attack. And Jess Kersey has a Chicago foul on Sellers as Dantley went to the hoop. Adrian will go to the free throw line. Shooting foul. Chicago not in the penalty. That was their first in the last 2 minutes. But AD gets 2 anyway. Makes the first. 21-18 Chicago. Adrian Dantley with 5 points has only passed in the opening minutes tonight Bob Lanier and Dolph Schayes on the all-time scoring list.
Don't say it too loud, Bob will write us a note or say something to us there.
I think he flew into Detroit today. He might be watching because he's going to be honored tomorrow as part of the Pistons' 30th anniversary team. Adrian Dantley now has 6, made both free throws. Minute and 35 now to play in the first. 21-19. Chicago with a Jordan miss, a Laimbeer Piston rebound. The Dumars midcourt ahead for Adrian, doesn't handle the pass, out of bounds. Pistons push it up and maybe a bit too fast and turn it over.
AD trying to figure out what to do with the ball before he saw it or looked it into his hands. That caused a miscue there.
A minute now and 20 to play in the first. Threet with a stop-and-go move on Vinny. Down the lane, throws it up. No, and there'll be an offensive foul called to use the knee to clear the way, says Jess Kersey.
I'm sure the Bulls' strategy, as usual, is tried to go to the hoop and play muscle kind of basketball, but the Pistons are really packing it in the paint tonight, probably to prevent Michael from getting in there. That'll prevent everybody else getting in there, too, if that's the strategy.
Pistons want to work Adrian one-on-one on Sellers. Went to the hoop, got it blocked with a 7-footer. It's away to Jordan. Chicago 21, the Pistons 19. Bulls ball, 55 seconds to play first quarter. Sellers against AD. He'll try one-on-one to the hoop. Missed the shot. Salley skied for the rebound. Off to Dumars, and now Vinny has it.
Be smart. The Pistons can get a quick shot here. They could get 2 for 1. 40 seconds to go in a quarter.
Vinny falling at the foul line as he lost the dribble, and Threet intercepts. Up to Oakley, up and in, and he is fouled. Vinny got him. Chicago 23 and the Pistons 19.
Now, Vinny had the idea to get the quick shot and lost the ball and compounded his mistake on the foul Jess Kersey called on him. 31 seconds to go now. The Pistons would want to probably run her down and hold her for as close as one as they can get, which would be 7 seconds left on the game clock.
Elston Turner replaces Michael Jordan as they rest the superstar for Chicago in the final half a minute of the first. Free throws a brick. Pistons boarded. Oakley stuck on 6.
Chuck
Chicago
Daly
by
over
4.
here on the sidelines directing traffic into play like a traffic cop.
Dumars to Laimbeer, fall back, top of the key, no, rebound, recovered, backcourt in the corner by Threet. Chicago has time. 4-3, 2 seconds now. Threet right wing, 1 second with a shot, iron, no net. After 1, Chicago by 4, 23-19. This is the Pistons Basketball Network. You know, Monday night, the much-improved Indiana Pacers invade the Silverdome to meet the Pistons in a Central Division playoff position battle. Jack Ramsey's Pacers have been tough opponents this season indeed for the Pistons. They've won 3 of 4, although the Pistons got them in Indiana Wednesday night. Plenty of good seats are still available for this Monday night contest, so call during our simulcast and order your tickets 338 4 500's the number salespeople are on duty.
Games get a little more interesting when you start playing these interdivision rivalries and you start playing each other more and you see the guys more and you get a little madder at them.
Jordan resting again the first couple of minutes here, second quarter.
Little Isiah back in the ball game.
He got 2 quick fouls, 6 quick points, but had to sit down. Isiah and Vinny in the Piston backcourt. Dantley, Salley, and Laimbeer up front. Sellers wide of the lane right side for Chicago. Missed the shot. Salley with the rebound. Turner and Threet and Sellers and Corzine and Gene Banks for the Bulls. Isiah has it left wing. Shot clock at 12, working against Threet. Takes it now top of the key. Vinny coming off a screen, gets it wide of the lane left side. The leaning gun doesn't go over Turner. Rebound Threet. Chicago by 4, 23-19 as we open up the second quarter at Chicago Stadium. Sold out, better than 18,000 fans here. Threet, foul line to Banks, leaning gun goes.
Gene Banks wide open on the play. Again, the Pistons don't have to double team anybody now. No need to help. Jordan on the bench.
25-19, so no excuse for him being wide open. Salley low left, missed the turn and gun. Rebound Sellers, hands off to Threet. Sedale across the timeline. Sedale across the foul line. Sedale to the hoop shot. Whirls, doesn't drop. Follow. Corzine does.
When you go to the hoop like that and draw a lot of attention, and Threet did draw Laimbeer, that leaves Corzine the avenue to the basket. Big easy tip in for the DePaul graduate.
27-19. Isiah right of the lane for the Pistons. Throws it up from 15. Doesn't fall. Rebound Corzine to Sedale Threet. Threet wing on the right to Sellers against Salley. Similar body types there, and John uses the quick hands for a nice steal. To Isiah, pitches back to Salley, low left, he'll reverse off the glass, miss it. Got his own rebound, wanted to go back up strong for a dunk, had it knocked away. Vinny picks it up, fills it up, and he is fouled.
Salley got the ball just a tad bit late on that one and kind of out of stride, and he had to kind of reverse the shot. No good, he stayed after it, got it knocked away, but Vinny with a little garbage there picked it up off the floor, and he's got a chance to make 3 out of that.
Both teams shot right around 40% in the first quarter. Ricky Mahorn for Laimbeer. Vinny's free throw short. Isaiah's tap is blocked by Sellers. He got it back. He'll pump fake. Dish it for Vinny low. He double clutches and hits the glass and hits it.
Vinny,
27-23.
81% free throw shooter, misses, but cashes in on the pass from Isiah. The Pistons pick up 4.
Turner right of the lane for Chicago. Guns on the run, it goes. It's now 29-23.
Another nice free agent acquisition for the Bulls. He fills in, does the right things.
Plays some pretty good defense.
Yeah.
Ricky Mahorn for the Pistons from the baseline on the left. Guns and it goes. 29-25. Chicago by 4.
I like what this guy does for your Pistons club. Mahorn comes in, gives them a different look than Laimbeer. They have to adjust. Sometimes they don't.
Banks for Chicago goes mid-post to Turner. On the floor, foul line now to Corzine. Starts down the lane. A hand is in. Ball knocked away. Jess Kersey with the whistle. It's Rick Mahorn with a foul. Rodman now replaces Dantley.
As soon as Ricky reached, he knew he shouldn't have. He had pretty good position that time on Corzine, even though he'd gone over to help defensively. Corzine the line for 2.
9:11 to play in the half, and Corzine has missed the first.
Dave struggling a bit from the line at 57%.
Well, that's really struggling. Got the second, though. 30-25. Chicago by 5. 9:09 to play first half. Pistons with it. Isiah to Salley, sideline right. Top side Mahorn. Corzine gives him room. He'll hand to Isiah and screen for him on Threet. Get it back top of the key. Send it up from there. No. Off the heel to Banks. Good inside position. And he is bumped from outside. Rodman with a foul.
Well, you don't get good offensive rebounding position when you don't run your offense. That time, not much offense from the Pistons. Mahorn on a shot, ill-advised at that, and they had to reach on the rebound.
8:45 to go in the half. Threet right wing. Top of the key Sellers for Chicago. They lead by 5. Corzine gets it back up top over Mahorn from downtown, and he hit it.
Nice savvy move by Corzine. A back pick for Threet. That caused Mahorn to take a look and help, and Corzine pops out for the jumper.
Here go the Pistons. Isiah inside for Rodman, low post right, and he hit it off the glass on the turnaround. 32-27, Chicago leading by 5. 8:18 to play in the half. Turner for the Bulls, top of the key, turns and fires, and he fills it up. 34-27.
Good down screen by Corzine, brought Turner off the pick. And Turner and Threed are scoring some points here for the Bulls off the bench.
Chicago doesn't have to wear out Michael Jordan early. Vinny Johnson for the Pistons, foul line, got it from Salley, misfired, rebound Sellers. Chicago by 7, and with it was 7:50 now to play in the half. Threed left wing, the Banks top of the key against Rodman. Leaves it there for Corzine. Low to Sellers, comes back toward the lane, throws it up and in. 36-27, Chicago's up 9.
Sellers unsuccessful on the jumpers until then, gets one to roll.
Chuck Daly wants a 20-second timeout with Chicago up 36-27 and 7.5 to play in the half. And now, Pistons Playback, sponsored by the 3M Corporation. Pistons Playback is a look back at great Pistons players and accomplishments. Pistons Playback, brought to you by Kmart and Scotch Video Cassettes from 3M, worldwide sponsor of the 1988 Olympic Games. In 1964, Pistons star Dave DeBusschere was named player coach of the team at the age of 24, making him the youngest coach in NBA history. Chuck Daly not at all happy with the way the Pistons have been executing in the last couple of minutes, called the 20-second timeout. Doug Collins' team leads now 36-27.
Well, they're not really executing their offense very well, not getting any picks, not getting any movement. As we mentioned, the Bulls lead the league in defensive rebounding percentage at 70. The Pistons right behind at 6-9-8. Right now dominating the boards.
Pistons go to Vinny. He got a high post screen on both sides, took the right side, went to the baseline, hit the shot, drew the foul on Elston Turner. Vinny has 6.
Now, from a guard perspective, not too many better at one-on-one than Vinny Johnson. So tough to play him. He gets that ball, jumps up, kind of leans into you. Not really enough to get an offensive foul, but enough to not allow you really to go jump with him and play good defense. So he kind of freezes you, and he's tough one-on-one.
Former Baylor Bear from Brooklyn's at the line, and he makes 36-30. Chicago gets Oakley and Paxson back in the game.
Little 2-2-1 pressure zone from the Pistons. Chuck Daly trying to get his troops back into the game enthusiastically.
Chicago beats it. The Pistons are jumping at him all over the floor. Sellers has it right corner against Mahorn. Takes it to the wing, leaves it there for Paxson. Top side Oakley against Rodman. Falls at the foul line, but Rodman need him, says Paul Mahalik.
A little bit of a gift there. The young rookie, good hustle, but the mistake he made here is, hey, you want Oakley to shoot from out here. Don't jump up and when he fakes you from out there, let him shoot from 18 to 20 feet. He's not that good a shooter from out there, and he's not under the boards to get a rebound. That's where he makes his pay, underneath the boards.
Bulls ball on the Rodman foul, and Paxson has it left wing. He made it from there, but long before that, we had an illegal defense called on the Pistons by Jess Kersey. That Piston foul, Rodman's second, by the way, was the Pistons' third team foul. Chicago has 2. Before they shoot the technical foul free throw, we'll get timeout here. 6:49 to go in the half. Bulls by 6, 36-30. Timeout on the Pistons Basketball Network. Tomorrow afternoon on TV 50, the first place Red Wings go against the team they knocked out of the top spot last month, the Minnesota North Stars, in a special matinee game. Dave Strader and Mickey Redmond bring you the action between the Wings and North Stars, live from the Twin Cities at 2:30 on TV 50, your Pistons and Red Wings station. Paxson makes the technical foul free throw. Chicago 37, Pistons 36-45 to play in the half. Bulls ball, Paxson outside. Isiah with him, top of the key, sends it right wing. Oakley sets and shoots and misses. Rebound Mahorn. Shovels ahead to Isiah. It's 3-on-3. Isiah down the lane. Pull up, high glass gun goes.
Sweet little stutter step by Isiah. And blew by Paxson on the play and just went up and over Oakley for the easy hoop.
37-32. Chicago by 5. Sellers against Salley outside. To Paxson right wing. To Banks now. Foul line spin on Rodman, leading gun, blocked outside by John Salley to Isiah. He is 1-on-2, but Rodman will trail, get it from Isiah and lay it in.
Nice adjustment by Rodman, got it again, a little out of stride, but adjusted very nicely up with the left hand, and I'd say it's about time for Michael Jordan. He's got a good rest.
Chicago leads 37-34. Elston Turner left wing against Vinny, top of the key Oakley. Paxson has it on the wing. Now to Sellers high on the right. Turnaround gun, got it over Salley.
Nice shot by Sellers, turning into Salley, kind of freezing him with that right elbow, so John couldn't jump very well, and hits the open jumper.
39-34. Chicago by 5. We have 5:28 to play in the half. Isiah to Vinny, baseline right against Turner, and Oakley and Mahorn bang underneath, and Oakley will get the foul.
Looks like big-time wrestling, what it looks like. Mahorn at 240, Oakley 245. They could enter WrestleMania, those two. They're tussling down low tonight.
And no sooner said than done. Michael Jordan is in the game for Elston Howard Turner. Isiah to Vinny Johnson, wide of the lane left side against a double team. Hooks it inside for Salley, who hooks it up and in.
Sweet pass by Vinny, got double teamed Jordan Sellers. That left Salley open, and a nice bounce pass.
39-36, right away, Michael Jordan to the lane, guns, and it goes.
His greatest asset is, like you said, his combined jumping ability with his quickness and strength. He gets into that paint area where most guys can't get a shot off. He jumps over everybody.
He's got 11, says our numbers man tonight, Mickey Evans, as Isiah goes to the lane and puts it up and in. And now Jordan tries to beat everybody back, and Isiah and Vinny knock it away and out of bounds.
Little Isiah picked his pocket. A gutty move by the little fellow with 2 fouls. Could have drawn his third. Jordan gonna slam it home, no doubt about that. And Isiah Thomas picks his pocket, and it may have been off Michael's foot or his thigh. Bulls get a break.
Dumars back in for Vinny, and Paxson gets it down from the right wing. Well, they didn't get the layup, but Paxson got all net, 20 away on the right. It's 43-38. Chicago with the lead. Pistons ball, 4 1/4 to go in the half. Dumars behind the foul line, goes behind the back to Isiah, top of the key. Shot clock down to 10. Isiah against Paxson. Keeps the dribble clock at 7. Now it's at 6. Pitch it in the paint to Mickey Mahorn. Good catch in the crowd. Baseline left for the gun. No. Salley lost the rebound. Mahorn picks it up. Puts it back up. Short. Rebound Sellers. Chicago 43. The Pistons 38. Bulls ball. 4 to play in the half. Paxson walks it up the right side. Leaves it for Jordan against Dumars. Isiah jumps out on him. Jordan is double teamed right of the lane. Somebody got some basketball. Looked like Isiah. The shot is tapped to Rodman. Isiah stop and go move down the lane. Switches it left to right. Throws it up. No. Rebound. Tapped out of bounds by Salley. He tried to slide a hand on referee Jess Kersey, but he'll give the basketball to the Bulls.
Isiah really giving him a lot. Probably going to get a tee. I think he wanted one.
And he gets one from Jess Kersey.
I think he wanted it. I mean, the one thing you can't do is embarrass an official. If you go over and talk to him, you can say almost anything you want as long as you're not gesturing. Isiah gestured 4, 5, 6 times. I thought Jess Kersey rather impatiently did not call the technical. Finally gave Isiah one. Isiah obviously complaining about a block by Michael Jordan on the last play.
Chuck Daly trying to keep his player calm, but also put a little heat on Kersey too to let him know he didn't like the non-call. Chicago's ball. They missed the tech. Still 43-38. Paxson with it on the right wing. DeCourcy in the corner, back in the wing to Paxson. He'll try from there. It's through.
John Paxson has a couple of spots on the floor. He's deadly. That's one of them. The other is the same spot on the left side.
Isiah down the lane for the Pistons. Shuffled his feet, says Jess Kersey. The travel takes it away. 45-38. Chicago leads. They get the basketball. Bill Laimbeer returns. Rick Mahorn comes out.
Isiah to the basket that last time. Paxson with his hand in there. Isiah might have gotten rid of the ball before he walked on that play. But Jess Kersey right there. Looks like he's not going to give Isiah a break tonight. Of course, they won't allow Green in for Salley. said that Green was not at the scorer's bench in time. Usually get a little help on at home on that, but if you're on the road, they'll nail you.
So John stays in. Bulls ball. They lead 45-38. Gene Banks left wing. Bounces mid-post to Oakley. Turns and guns. Got it over John Salley. 47-38.
Tough shot by Oakley over Salley.
Yeah, it was.
That's where they want Oakley, though, down low.
He loves to fire from out. I'm sure they give him 3 or 4 of those a night, grudgingly, to keep him happy. And we'll get a timeout called here as the Pistons set up. 2:51 to go in the half. Chicago 47, Pistons 38. Timeout on the Pistons Basketball Network.
And it causes for a really, really loud place here.
Makes for fun and a nice home court advantage. Pistons basketball. Dumars down the lane, pulls up, fills it up.
You know, I still say those new slam dunk kind of rims are a lot more dead if you hit them right there in front. Joe hit that one in the front, kind of rolled in for him.
47-40. Bulls by 7, and with it, Corzine back in the game with Banks and Oakley and Jordan and Paxson. Jordan against Dumars, goes baseline. Laimbeer out to help. Pass
nice
goes
pass.
underneath for Corzine, up and in on the jump hook. 49-40 Chicago. 2:10 to go in the half.
Again, the double team on Jordan. He finds Corzine going to the basket.
Corzine has 9.
When you get double team like that, you got to zone up the weak side.
Pistons come back with Dumars in the lane again. Missed this one. Rebound Corzine. Off it goes to Paxson. Paxson with a bounce to Oakley. Wide of the lane left side. Turns, guns, no. Rebound Rodman. To Isiah. Way up for Dumars. One-on-one on Paxson, who grabs him to stop the lay-in.
Good foul by John Paxson.
Joe goes down just out of exhaustion.
Joe and the Pistons earn these 2. Nice outlet pass by Rodman, made that fast break. Got the rebound, slipped it to the middle man Isiah real quickly, allowed Isiah to push it up to Dumars.
Paxson gets his 2nd personal foul. Joe Dumars out of McNeese State in his 2nd year. Chuck Daly with 1 more win would guarantee 4 straight plus 500 seasons for the Pistons. He's trailing now, though, 49-42, even though Dumars made 2 and has 6. 1:38 to play in the half in Chicago. Jordan at the foul line against Dumars. Gives it to Sellers, gets it back top of the key. Banks with the screen. Jordan down the lane. Triple team shot blocked by Rodman, but there's body on Jordan. And Jess Kersey's whistle has a foul on Sidney Green. That is his 3rd and the Pistons' 4th.
Michael's so quick with that first step, goes left or right, either one. Good block by Rodman, but the body from Green sends Jordan to the line for a pair.
Piston ball boys here tonight from back home. Mark Scavera and John Pavitt get rid of Rick Mahorn's warm-ups as he replaces Sidney Green. Adrian Dantley in for Rodman. Jordan made the 1st.
Caravan come over here or something?
Well, there are a lot of fans here tonight. They are significantly outnumbered by the Chicago folks, however.
I don't know how they got tickets, man. It's tough to get tickets for this game.
Jordan got them both. Here come the Pistons. Dantley 2-timed wide of the lane.
Boy, they're abusing.
No call. Isiah gets it foul line. Adrian finally got it there. Dumars baseline left shot block, rebound Banks.
Joe could make up his mind whether he wanted to use the glass or shoot it straight in. I think confused himself into shooting an air ball.
51-42. So Turner back in the game, tries left wing, misses, rebound Dantley. Pistons down 9, a minute to go in the half. Adrian across the timeline. Adrian to the baseline against Banks. Outside Isiah, he'll come foul line, hook it close for Mahorn, off his hands, out of bounds. Another Piston turnover.
This one's physical. A lot of pushing and shoving, not only with people without the ball, but people with the ball.
Paxson back in. Elston Turner comes back out for Chicago. We have Jordan and Paxson and Sellers and Banks and Corzine for the Bulls, who lead 51-42. Don't forget, fast break. Our action-packed halftime feature comes up at the intermission. We have 38 seconds until the intermission. Chicago by 9, Jordan with it. Foul line extended right. Mahorn blocks his leaning shot. Saves it 2 for Laimbeer to Dumars midcourt. Dumars down the lane. Splits the defense. Guns on the run. No. Got his own rebound. Baseline right. He will pivot. Take it to the corner. Bounce it now to Isiah. Closer. Laimbeer cuts to the hoop. Takes the pass from Isiah. Hooks it up and in. 51-44.
Does that so well. Trails the play. Just kind of waits. Times it. Isiah had it in an ideal position. And Laimbeer for the layup.
10 seconds to play in the half. Bulls ball. Jordan nearly lost it, but Paxson picks it up. Triple deep right. It's through. 3 for Paxson. 2 seconds to play in the half. Isiah tries to counter for Detroit. Missed it at the horn. He got iron. No net. And at the half, it's the Bulls 54 and the Pistons 44. This is the Pistons Basketball Network. Sorry, we're back late. John Paxson just hit a three-pointer for Chicago. Joe Dumars counters with a 2 from the top of the key for the Pistons. 57-46 Chicago Bulls ball. Early third, Corzine over Laimbeer from the lane, and Corzine hits it.
Tough shot from Corzine. Played more minutes than anybody in the first half. 21 for the Bulls. 4 for 5 from the field. Dave playing a lot of minutes.
Now has 7 rebounds to go with 11 points, and Adrian Dantley hits it from the wing for the Pistons. No misses so far in the third. 59-48 Chicago. Jordan, top of the key, had 12 first half points, working against Dumars. Baseline left to Banks against Dantley. On the wing to Oakley. Sid Green jumps out on him. Now the alley-oop, and Dumars knocks it away from Jordan nicely to Isiah. To Dantley to the Oakley with a hard foul to stop the lay-in by A.D.
Gonna make sure A.D. doesn't get to the basket.
He almost got to hit him that hard.
That's right, he is good down low.
Knock him off.
Balance-wise, and gives him a little hatchet job, and A.D. will have to earn those 2.
A.D. in the first half played 16 minutes, had 6 points. 2 out of 4 from the floor.
Joe Dumars, despite getting some good double-team help, which is what Coach Daly wanted, nice job on Jordan. 4 for 13. 5 for 5 from the line, and a guy like Jordan is going to get his points. You merely want him to take a lot more shots to get them than he normally does, which takes shots away from his teammates, which in turn causes fewer points.
Adrian Dantley made them both the line. He has a basket and 2 free throws here in the third and has 10 on the night. He's 4 out of 4 so far at the strike. 59-50 Chicago. Corzine outside, looking to leave it for Paxson. Isiah overplaying the pass, so Corzine takes it right wing. Bounces mid-post to Jordan, gets it back on the wing. Over Laimbeer from there, off the heel. Sidney Green skies for the rebound. Sid to Isiah, mid-court on the right. Stop and go move by Paxson, dishes deep for Laimbeer up and in. Isiah broke down the defense. 59-52, Pistons down 7. Chicago wants a 20-second timeout. All right. We'll remind you, tomorrow night, the Philadelphia 76ers and Dr. J visit the Silverdome for the last time this season.
In recognition of one of the greatest athletes of our time, the Detroit Pistons are offering $1 general admission tickets for tomorrow night's Evening to Remember, Julius Erving's final Silverdome appearance. Don't miss the legendary Dr. J's final Detroit house call tomorrow night. That's $1 general admission tickets for an Evening to Remember.
Pistons and Sixers, and general admission tickets are only $1. Compliments of good humor. Dr. J may not play, but there's no question he will be there.
Isiah Thomas trying to lead by example, play good, tough defense, very aggressive on Paxson here early in the half.
And Jordan goes baseline right, hard to the hoop, and he hit it.
Yeah, Dumars went over the top of the screen. Jordan slid down below it, got on the baseline. Laimbeer tried to help, just couldn't get there in time.
Bulls 61, Pistons 52. Isiah in the lane to Dantley. Adrian took a step. He wanted to get a better shot. Took a step to get it, and he has a sheepish grin on his face. He knew he took the step. Traveling's call.
Good help by Oakley that time. Really caused the travel. AD had nice position. He came across and caused him to travel.
Paxson gets Isiah rubbed off momentarily with an Oakley screen, but now Isiah has it left wing. with a hand check on Paxson. Pass goes right of the lane to Jordan. Back to Paxson, deep right. Another triple try. It's through again. He is 3 for 3 from there. 18 points for John Paxson. Chicago by 12. 9 to play in the third. Dumars top of the key. Swings to Isiah left wing. He will penetrate. Gunn on the run. Got it off the high glass and drew the foul. It is on Corzine over to help.
Pistons may have to adjust a little bit defensively. As you see, the Pacers beat the Celtics 116-109. Paxson canning 2 3-pointers here in the second half. Isiah trying to get one the hard way here on the other end.
He missed it. It's short. Off the iron to Banks. 10-point game. Chicago 64, Pistons 54. 8:48 to play in the third. Paxson has it sideline left. Pivots against Isiah. Was really overplaying. Top of the key, it goes to Banks. Now high post left to Oakley. Oakley will gun from there. Got it from there. 66-54. Chicago by a dozen. Isiah, nice bounce way ahead. Sidney Green too hard on the shot, chases the rebound down, but stepped out of bounds. 8:27 to play in the third. Bulls ball, they're up 12.
Biggest Sid is he's got to go up looking for contact in that kind of situation instead of trying to avoid it. If you go up, draw the contact, you know where it's at. You don't end up shooting hard shots, overshots like that one there.
Sidney Green with a whole lot of athletic ability, and he's come a long ways. He can get a lot better, though, and no doubt will. Corzine in the lane to Banks. Banks with a turn and gun, no. Sidney rebounds it again to Dumars. Now Isiah has it. Pistons down 12 and with it. Isiah in the lane, left hand, scoop off the glass, and he scores.
Sweet little finger roll after a dipsy-do dribble there for Isiah, and he may have that little spark back.
66-56. Isiah has 14. He had 24 in the second half on Wednesday in Indianapolis. Banks to the lane, and Dantley picks his pocket to Isiah. Quickly to Dumars, drives on Oakley, up and in. Oakley gave up the chance to stop the shot because he has 3 fouls.
Bulls not really running very good offense at this point, almost completely ignoring Jordan. No continuity to their offense. They're standing around.
Dumars has 10. The Bulls lead is below 10, 66-58. Oakley with it from the foul line. Rainbows, and it goes. Whoa, what a shot. About equal to that third deck overhang at the top of it. Laimbeer for the Pistons, got it from Dumars and got it down top of the key.
Billy picked that one up off the floor.
68-60, 7 to play in the third. Pistons down 8 in Chicago. Paxson to Banks, top of the key. Now Jordan has it right wing. Screen from Corzine. Jordan backs to the wing, gives it up to Corzine, top of the key, gets it back against Laimbeer. Shot clock 7. Corzine inside against Isiah, posting, gets the basketball. Isiah knocks it away and out of bounds.
Boy,
Isiah
he took a hit
hurt
there.
As he knocked it away, he's shaking it off, and he'll be all right. We'll get a timeout here. 6:42 to go in the third. Bulls 68, Pistons 60. This is the Pistons Basketball Network.
Kentucky, nothing.
WKBD Channel 50 has 2 first-place teams, and tomorrow afternoon will feature the other one in a special matinee edition of National Hockey League action. And what a matchup. The first-place Wings face the team they knocked out of first place, the North Stars at Minnesota. No love lost between these two. So be with us tomorrow at a special time, 2:30 in the afternoon. The Wings and North Stars here on TV 50, your Pistons and Red Wings station.
Jordan a little frustrated.
Jordan missed it. Laimbeer boards it to Isiah. Pistons are 2-on-2. John Salley in the game. John gets it down deep, lays it up and in.
Jordan a little frustrated forcing that shot. He hollered at Oakley a while ago when he wouldn't clear out for him, and Isiah is leading the break for the Pistons.
68 now 62. Pistons down 6. Corzine takes it foul line on Laimbeer. Guns and it goes. Corzine has had a serious game tonight. He now has 13. We have 6:08 to play in the third. Chicago by 8. Dumars against Jordan right wing. Dribbles top of the key, left wings to Laimbeer. Mid post to Dantley, sliding across the paint. Short on the hook scoop. Rebound comes away to Oakley.
Good job by Dantley there, all except the finish. Nice move, but no connection.
Jordan top of the key. Hand check from Dumars. Shot clock at 10. Left wing Oakley against Salley. He'll try over John. Way short. Good position. Dantley with a rebound. And Oakley and Salley get tangled up, and Oakley will get the foul call.
Oakley on 2 dumb plays. One, the 30-foot jump shot, which was ridiculous. You want him to shoot from there. And then he got frustrated and just grabbed Salley for his 4th foul.
Brad Sellers will replace him. You know, there's been some scintillating shooting so far here in the 3rd, John.
Scintillating?
How about 7 for 11 for the home team and 8 for 10 for the Pistons? Sidale Threet.
Does that mean hot?
Who shoots in hot streaks, is off the bench for Chicago. Threet and Paxson, Sellers and Corzine and Banks. Threet will rest a frustrated Michael Jordan, and they're looking at Michael's knee. Pistons go to Laimbeer, right corner, guns from there, no. Rebound Sellers. Too tall for Dantley. Off to Threet. Bulls 70, Pistons 62, 5:20 to play in the 3rd. Threet takes it right wing. Top side, Corzine. Now Threet gets it back on top against Dumars. Paxson right of the lane. Spinning against Isiah. Turning, gunning, got it. John Paxson with a super shot.
He's doing a super job, and Isiah's all over him, too.
Isiah takes it back to him, flies by him, and Paxson just has to grab him and foul him to stop him.
Yeah, he cannot guard Isiah one-on-one. There's no doubt about it. They're going to have to create some kind of defense that allows Paxson to force Isiah one way or the other into help. Isiah creating a lot there as he drives down the middle, gives him the avenue of both ways. You got a guy like Isiah, you want to force him one way or another to cut off one side of the floor on him.
Well, one thing Doug Collins does, he switches, puts Threet on Isiah. Dantley with it, starts down the lane. Banks blocks it to Sellers. To Paxson, midcourt, left side. Paxson shovels it to Corzine, fumble the pass to Laimbeer. Up to Isiah. He'll spin against Paxson, to the lane, high glass gun, in and out, back in again. Isiah got bumped on the play.
Landed on both knees. When you're talking about knees, I noticed they're icing Michael Jordan's right knee over there. He's had troubles. But when you play a guy 40 minutes a game and you play as hard as he does, it's tough to stay injury-free.
Paxson can feel it. He just gunned it down deep on the right wing. Nearly another triple. He has 22.
Isiah was all over him again.
74-64. Chicago by 10. 4:08 to play in the 3rd. Dumars to Dantley, wide of the lane, right side. Turns into a double team. Sends it top side, Dumars. Rainbow, wide left, off the iron to Corzine. To Sidale Threet, and a travel's called on Threet. Paul Mahalik caught him.
Last time, Pistons, no movement. Usually results in no offensive rebounds. That's what happened. The Pistons pinned outside, and the Bulls continue to dominate the glass.
3:57 to play in the 3rd. Bulls ball. Turned over by Threet, back to the Pistons, and Dantley just hit it from the wing. Adrian with 12, and it's 74-66. 3:44 to play 3rd quarter. Chicago with an 8-point lead. Threet has it right wing. Top of the key, Corzine. Inside to Sellers, tapped away. Laimbeer pulls it down to Isiah. Great bounce to Dumars, lays it up and in. What a pass by Isiah. And the Pistons are back to 74-68, and Chicago needs timeout. 3:26 to play in the 3rd. Timeout on the Pistons Basketball Network. Our guy, the mayor, Joe Dumars, would like me to tell you that the Arbor Stores and the Observer eccentric newspapers have teamed up to give you a chance to be an honorary Pistons photographer. 12 winners get pregame dinners with the coaches, 4 tickets to a game, and a chance to qualify for a trip to an '87 NBA championship game. Stop at an Arbor drugstore and look for ads in the Observer eccentric newspapers for details. 3:17 to play 3rd quarter. The Pistons have sliced the Bulls' lead back to 6. It was a Chicago timeout. Threet, top of the key, leaves it for Banks against Dantley.
Jordan back in the ball game. Vinny Johnson shadowing him.
And Threet goes baseline left, and Isiah hits the floor, but Isiah gets the foul. A blocking foul on Isiah called by Jess Kersey.
Little fella not getting a break tonight.
Bulls have 14 fouls. That was the first on the Pistons. We have 3:02 to play 3rd quarter. Chicago 74 and the Pistons 68. And Michael Jordan now has 17 points. He just hit it left wing. That's not a lot for him with 2:52 to play in the 3rd. But there's still time.
Yeah, he can get a lot in a hurry.
He likes the fourth anyway.
Yeah, he likes to dominate early in the fourth quarter.
Isiah and Vinny, the Piston backcourt. Isiah right corner to Dantley.
Not a
Set
good
shot
shot.
doesn't go. Rebound Jordan. Michael against Vinny down the lane. Bounces to three, wide of the lane. He'll back off to the wing. Isiah cut off the baseline. Inside for Jordan. Vinny overplays and knocked it away out of bounds. Shot clock at 13. Dantley and Salley and Laimbeer inside for the Pistons. Three Jordan, Banks, Corzine, and Sellers for Chicago. Banks inbounds to three. Outside it goes to Sellers. The 7-footer hands it back to Sidea. Right wing Jordan, shot blocked by Vinny, but he got more than basketball, says Paul Mahalik.
Vinny not happy about the call, chasing Mahalik. Wants to know why, but is advised by the bench just to stay away. That's 2 on Vinny. And if you did foul him, that's not really an ideal place to foul him, 25 feet from the basket.
2:16 to play third quarter. Michael Jordan at the stripe makes the first. He only scored 61 last week at the Silverdome. Paxson having a big night for Chicago. He leads them in scoring with 22. Jordan makes them both and has 19, and Chicago leads 78-68. 2:14 to play third quarter.
Michael only needs 30 to tie the all-time Bull season mark, which is his own.
Laimbeer misses topside. Salley tries inside, and Sellers blocks and steals. 2 to play now in the third. Bulls ball. 3 against Isiah. Mid-right to Michael Jordan. Baseline, Turner and Glasser, no. Rebound, Dantley fouled in backcourt.
Gene Banks on the grab. Not a very smart place to get a foul this time in the ball game.
Minute and 50 now to play in the third. Timeout called. Chicago by 10, 78-68. The Pistons will go to the stripe when we come back on the Pistons Basketball Network. Rookie of the Year candidate Chuck Person, along with big names like Herb Williams and Wayman Tisdale, lead the Indiana Pacers of Jack Ramsey and Dick Carter, the former Pistons assistant, into the Silverdome on Monday night. And 3 out of 4 times so far this season, the Pacers have beaten the Pistons. The Pistons returned the favor with a solid win, though, at Indy on Wednesday, and they'll try to do the same on Monday. A lot of good seats available for that one. If you're having trouble getting the great seats you'd like because of the Pistons' record-breaking attendance, Monday would be a good night to come out. It really would, and you'll see a fine team and a well-coached one. Dantley misses the first free throw. AD now 4 out of 5 at the line. He spins it, sends it, scores it on the second. 78-69 Chicago. A minute and 50 now to play in the third in Chicago.
Bulls
Michael Jordan, the pride of the Bulls, across the timeline.
Pistons got a foul to use. They need to play pretty physical defense down here.
Banks left wing, misfires. Isiah rebounds. Skied around Corzine. All the way down on the floor in the lane. Leader, yes.
Tough shot. Gives Mahalik a look. Thought he got fouled on the play too. You got a foul to waste here. You want to play real physical defense and really push and shove on the boards.
Threet goes baseline and reverses, and he hit it.
Too easy.
80-71 Chicago. 1:13 to play in the third. Isiah the other way. Spinning to the lane. Double team. Wide right of it to Vinny for the gun. In and out. Rebound Sellers. Cradles it. Laimbeer bothers him, but he'll hand it off to Threet. A minute to play in the third. Chicago by 9 and with it. Pistons try and trap. The Bulls beat it. Sellers with a bounce on the baseline to Corzine. Sellers gets it back. Comes to the lane. Right hand gun on the run. No. Salley rebounds. 45 seconds left. To Vinny. BJ across the timeline. Left wing Laimbeer. Alone for the gun. Doesn't go. Vinny's putback, though, does.
39 seconds to go. Let's see if the Bulls rush it up to try to get 2 for 1. They need to get it fairly quickly, and they're not going to do it.
Vinny has 9. The Pistons are within 7. 30 to play in the third.
Well, Pistons still with a foul to waste.
Jordan right wing. Here's a guy to waste it on. Pass goes inside to Corzine, and he is bumped as he makes the catch. Paul Mahalik with a foul on Adrian Dantley.
First in the last 2 minutes. The Pistons have
in the last 2 minutes.
Just the
been in
second
the
on
bonus.
AD.
Triple team on Jordan, and Dantley across to help, reaches in, draws the foul, and the Bulls will just take it out of bounds.
No shot clock now. We have 15 seconds to play in the third.
What do you think they're going to do here?
Well, Jordan's got it outside, and they spread it out.
9 seconds to
Forcing
go.
out the screen. Jordan bounces to 3 in the corner. With 4 seconds left, he'll miss. Sellers follows and hits. Sellers with a second to play in the third hits the hoop. And after 3, it's Chicago 82 and the Pistons 73. This is the Pistons Basketball Network. Still got time to stop at a Great Scott supermarket and buy a 12-pack or a couple of 6s of Good Humor ice cream and get 2 free general admission tickets to see the Pistons and Sixers tomorrow. Say hi to a Piston fan, Debbie Orlowski, and say hello to some folks back home from some fans here. Mark, Bev, Ellie, and Ann are here to help the Pistons bring home a win. Dave and Beth Sapora made the entire road trip. You ready for that with the Pistons? Also, Mike Lane of Redford and Bob Sikora of Romulus. Pat Broderick, former successful radio producer in Detroit, now a stockbroker from Detroit over here, and the ex-Michigan great Dennis Franklin, now working for King World over here in the Chicago area in television. He is here tonight with some friends of his. Pistons basketball to start the fourth. Vinny top of the key, and he misses but draws the foul. Chicago 82 and the Pistons 73, and Vinny will step to the stripe with 11:49 to go in the game.
Vinny would like to have that open jumper, maybe the three-point play. Pistons got to make their point here early in the quarter. And got to keep a real close eye on Michael Jordan, who really likes to take over early in the fourth quarter.
82-74 as Vinny makes the first. He has 10. 11's on the way and in. 82-75. Chicago with a lead in the ball. 11:45 to go. Threaton, Jordan, Sellers, Oakley, and Banks for Doug Collins. Rick Mahorn and Dantley and Salley. And Vinny and Isiah for Chuck Daly. Sellers for Chicago goes baseline against Salley, but away from the ball. Jess Kersey has a Rick Mahorn foul.
Technical on Dantley on the zone or illegal defense.
Oh, AD, you're right.
I don't know why AD dropped down that far. Jordan looked like they were trying to force him baseline.
Free throw goes, and the tech for Michael Jordan. He has 20.
Excuse me, it was Sellers. I couldn't understand why they were double teaming Sellers on the play.
Sellers has it top of the key, hands it to Sedale 3. To Oakley, left wing. Down deep for Jordan. Vinny with a great play to knock away to Mahorn. Now Isiah behind the back dribble against Jordan. Stutter dribble down the lane. A gun that's short. Rebound off the Bulls and out of bounds. Salley bothered the rebounding Bulls enough so they dropped it out of bounds.
Nice D by Vinny as he went up and over Jordan to knock that one away.
Both clubs over 60% shooting in the third. And with 11:15 now to go in the game.
What'd you call that, scintillating?
Started out scintillating. I'd say it was very good before it was all over.
I like those big words, George. Good D.
Mahorn
By 3.
the victim of good defense by Chicago, and the Bulls knock it away. Pistons lose it out of bounds, and Chicago gets the ball back.
When a big man's got the ball like that, he's got to make sure he tucks it in instead of just lay it out there where the defensive man can get his arm on it. Threet got his arm on it, just hit it off Isiah.
Nets won again over in New York at the Garden. Finally playing well. A whole lot too late, but they could hurt some other people.
Jump ball, good play by Mahorn. 2 blocks by the Pistons. They're playing the good D, not getting a lot offensively except off the fast break.
Sellers dumped it inside to Banks, and Mahorn blocked and tied him. And those two will jump it up. Paxson comes back in the game now for Threet for Chicago.
Paxson's been Mr. Hurt tonight, 22 out of him. Leading scorer, Jordan with 20.
Pistons win the tap. Isiah has it. Loops it cross court to Vinny. Against Jordan. Baseline for the gun over Michael. No. It is off the iron to Oakley. And Oakley is hit by Mahorn and Vinny got him from behind. Mahalik has the foul on Vinny.
It's one of the problems when you get a guy going one-on-one. You just don't get that good position for the offensive rebounds.
Here comes Paxson for the Bulls. He is 8 for 9 from the floor, including 3 triples. He gives it up to Jordan. Jordan baseline left over Dantley and Vinny. Misses. BJ with a rebound. Way up for Isiah. Isiah splits 2 defenders, Paxson and Sellers, and lays it in. Isiah has 20. Paxson high in the game with 22. Jordan also has 20.
For struggling offensively, I'm sure the Pistons are fairly happy they're only 6 down at this point.
10 minutes to go, down 6. Chicago with the lead and the ball.
Isiah tried a little Houdini act there, picked Paxson's pocket, almost had it. Too close to the sidelines, a roll out of bounds.
Thought Mickey Evans was going to pick it up. The Twinnis was going to roll on the table. But it stayed visible. Bulls play it. Oakley tries it. Top of the key, no. Rebound Sellers.
I really think you want Oakley shooting from out there. I know he's hit a couple from the free throw line, but you keep him out there, he's not going to hit a good percentage, and he's not underneath the rebound.
Paxson has a deep right wing. Isiah bothers him to Banks, top of the key, screen from Sellers. Guns got it. 6 for Banks. Chicago by 8. 9:22 to go. It's 85-77. Pistons go to AD. Low right. Glasser on the turnaround. No. Rebound ripped down by Oakley. Way up for Banks. Super pass. Vinny falls. Banks scoops and scores. And we'll get a Piston foul on the fallen Vinny Johnson. 87-77.
Good pass from Oakley, a little football pass. Banks down, Vinny slides down, loses his footing and grabs Banks on the way down and draws the foul. Big play for the Bulls.
Vinny has 4. Gene Banks at the line. Short on the free throw, and Isiah has the rebound. Across the timeline against Paxson. He'll go baseline. Felt the contact. Threw up the shot. Didn't get it. But he will step to the free throw line. Paxson with a foul. That is his 4th.
Isiah, nice job there of drawing the contact. Kind of kept leaning on Paxson. Waited for the whistle and then threw the leaner up.
Team fouls are now 2-2 with 9:06 to go. Dennis Rodman in for Adrian Dantley for the Pistons. When this one's over, we'll name our Meyer Treasure Chest Piston Player of the Game. He'll get a gift certificate, compliments of the Meyer Treasure Chest stores. Also, we'll do our Unsung Hero for Dunham's, the complete sports outfitter. And he'll get a gift certificate from Dunham's, where our big names bring you in, our low prices bring you back. Isiah makes 2, 87-79. Chicago with the lead and the ball, 9 minutes left. Paxson left wing, Isiah all over him. Paxson somehow kept the dribble. Nice pass inside for Jordan, a turn and a dunk. And a foul on Rick Mahorn. Count the basket.
Mahorn just a little late. Had the right idea. Vinny tries for the steal on the post-up play, and Ricky, probably supposed to help, got in a little bit late. And when you can glide like Michael, you're that late, it's tough to stop.
22 for Michael Jordan. Well below his league-leading average of almost 38. Jordan missed the free throw. Mahorn boards to Isiah. 89-79, 8:49 to go. Pistons trail it. Isiah right of the lane for the high glass. No, it falls short of that, but it drops.
Showtime.
I thought he was going for the glass again.
His 4th quarter players come to play. Isiah Thomas, Michael Jordan.
Isiah all net, 89-81. Paxson pivots left wing as the Bulls come to work. To Oakley, right wing. Mahorn tries to strip and does, but he can't save it. Basketball out of bounds in the corner.
Good job by Vinny Johnson. They're trying to post up Michael Jordan continuously. Vinny, with his strength, leans on Michael, and also with his quickness, jumps around in front of him. Vinny playing some good D.
Pistons trying to come back in Chicago. Banks inbounding. Isiah steps in front of Paxson, knocks the ball out of bounds.
Isiah might have gotten away with a little one there had his arm slightly wrapped around Paxson's back as John Paxson tried to backdoor and did backdoor Isiah.
Banks inbounds to Sellers, baseline left. Laimbeer jumps into him. Sellers waits, shoots, misses.
Ooh.
Rebound Isiah. Stop and go dribble on Paxson. Line dish deep to Rodman, missed the shot. Sellers rebounds to Michael Jordan against Mahorn. Up no, but a whistle and a foul. Ricky got him, says Paul Mahalik. That's 3 on Mahorn with 8:05 to go.
Good outlet from Sellers. One-on-one here, and Ricky says you're going to have to earn him if you're going up on me. Michael will be at the line for 2.
8 minutes, 5 seconds left. Jordan has missed now 2 free throws tonight. He's 8 for 10 as the first one pops off the heel and away. 89-81 Chicago.
Michael, an 85% free throw shooter.
And the Pistons will take timeout between shots 1 and 2. 8:05 to go. Bulls by 8. 89-81 in Chicago. Timeout on the Pistons Basketball Network. Atlanta against Washington, Milwaukee against Philly, and these two teams, John, the Pistons against the Bulls.
Well, you're going to have some fun in the Central Division. Really the only race up for grabs. Lakers lead the Pacific, Dallas the Midwest, and Boston all at least by 6 games. But this Central Division is going to be a fight to the wire. Going to be a lot of real good basketball even before the playoffs.
Right now, the Pistons up a half on Atlanta and 3 on Milwaukee. Chicago's down 9. Jordan made the second. It's 90-81 Chicago, and Laimbeer missed the shot from the top. Rebound Oakley. Out to Sellers, who hands it to Paxson.
Sellers, a rookie, showing a little maturity there, holding that one up. Maybe early on he'd a race for the basket.
Paxson has it now. Sellers top of the key. Sellers foul line, dishes left wing. Oakley gets it back on top. On the floor to the lane. Gunn's got it. Tough shot by Sellers. 92-81.
Sellers with 8. And Doug Collins showing some confidence in the young rookie.
Isiah uses a Laimbeer screen to slide to the lane. 360 and scoop and score. 92-83.
You missed the dipsy doodle in that. A 360 with a dipsy doodle up off the glass.
Isiah has 26. And only a few blessed human beings can do something like that. Chicago with it. Sellers under for a reverse. It was a no-look reverse. He hit it. 94-83. Bulls by 11 again. Isiah with it again against Sellers, or against Paxson rather, and Paxson reaches in and knocks it away. But he fouled him.
That's Pax's 5th. It'd be a tough loss, the kind of game he's having. Isiah taking it right to John.
Rodman inbounds to Isiah against Paxson. Sellers comes to help. Isiah goes baseline, bounces to Laimbeer, cutting to the hoop, up and in.
Boy, those two play so well together. A little 2-on-2 game. They doubled Isiah down. That's Sellers and Paxson. And Isiah knew right where Bill Laimbeer would be.
94-85 Chicago. Jordan with it. Dishes right corner Paxson. Baseline for the gun. It doesn't go. Just his second miss tonight. Rodman rebounds for Vinny to Isiah. He's forecourt left wing. Down the lane, no looks. Behind him to Vinny. Shot blocked from behind by Banks, who fouls VJ and then falls on it.
It's tough to block anybody's shot from behind, but VJ with that leaning jumper, I mean, it's got to be doubly tough, as VJ usually leans forward when he shoots, makes it that much more space until you can get to the ball.
Vinny at the line with 6:16 to go, and Chicago leading 94-85. You know, for the most up-to-date scores anywhere, anytime, call Sports Phone. 1-976-1313, whether it's pro or college. Sports Phone is your best source for scores and sports news, and the calls are just 50 cents. Vinny Johnson missed the first free throw.
Vinny, an 8% free throw shooter. You know, there's really no flow to this game right now. Really nobody trying to take control. It's like the game wants somebody to grab it and control it. And I think the Pistons have got to do it fairly quickly here. That is, control the ball game and try to give himself some momentum. Because when you got a guy like Michael Jordan at the end, it's tough when you're down 6 or 8 points.
Vinny did make the second. Pistons are down 8. Threats on the floor for Paxson for Chicago. To Jordan, right of the lane. Back to 3, top of the key. Back to Jordan, foul line extended right. To the baseline on Vinny, sliding to the paint, now to the hoop. And he's called for traveling. Pistons could use one here with 5:55 to go and trailing by 8 in Chicago. Isiah on the right wing, working there against Sedale 3. Looks it inside, now passes it inside for Laimbeer, who throws it up and in.
Really interesting. Isiah kind of one-on-one on the right, kind of lulled everybody to sleep. Of course, he passes so quickly. Laimbeer again. Those two work well together.
Well, they had great eye contact before the pass, too. 94-88 now. Chicago's lead just 6, 5 1/4 left. Jordan going baseline, spinning to the lane, off to Oakley, up and in. Jordan gave up the ball, and Oakley made the most of it. 96-88. Chicago leads it. 5 and 10 to go. Isiah to Laimbeer, mid-post right, couldn't get it back to Isiah. Threet knocks it up court, but Vinny will recover for the Pistons. Oakley helping Threet off the floor. Vinny to Isiah, Laimbeer in the lane, off the window and in. 96-90. Chicago can't shake the Pistons with 4:50 to go in the game. 15 for Bill Laimbeer.
Laimbeer got to be taking Isiah out to dinner a lot. Isiah really finding the big guy. A lot of sweet passes.
Threet to Sellers, wide of the lane. Screen from Corzine. Sellers missed it. Rebound Laimbeer. Now Isiah has it at the foul line. Starts down the lane, and it's knocked away. Threet will drive on Mahorn, and Ricky blocks the shot. Great defensive play by Rick.
Good hustle down the floor.
He's bigger, so yeah, he has that. But Threet with all the moves and quickness, and he knows where he wants to go, but Ricky managed to block it without a foul. Timeout Chicago now, 4:26 left. We'll have the ball back when we come back on the Pistons Basketball Network. Chicago inbounding with a 6-point lead at home with 4 1/4 left. Pistons on the road at the Chicago Stadium. Michael Jordan goes baseline right against Vinny. His shot is short. Rebound Laimbeer. Off to Isiah. 3-on-2 break against Threet and Corzine. Isiah down the middle, lays it up lefty and in.
Oldest play in the book, give and go. Isiah to Vinny Johnson on the left wing, right back to the little fella for the layup.
96-92 with 4 minutes left. Threet head of the key to Jordan right of the lane. Now to Corzine in the wing. To Threet top side, he'll take it left wing. Shot clock at 6. Thinking about it, now the long gun, no. And it's off the Bulls' Banks and out of bounds.
Toughest shot to hit is when you don't have the rhythm. You don't take that ball up, get it from somebody and take it in your rhythm. And Threet was rocking and rolling. Finally decided to put it up. That's a tough shot to hit.
A 20-second timeout's been called by the Pistons with 3:46 to go. The Bulls lead in the game 96-92 in Chicago. John, what's Chuck Daly want to do right now? I guess make sure that this is a play that he wants to have run and one that's had success so far tonight.
Obviously, he'd like to be ahead, but I think the way they've played tonight, he's really happy. He's only 4 points down. Obviously, he wants a hoop, and he wants good offense run so he can get that good offensive rebounding position.
Immediately following this one, stay tuned for a special edition of the 10 o'clock news. Sports director Ray Lane will have an interview with Tiger center fielder Chet Lemon. That's the TV 50 10 o'clock news right after tonight's game. Isiah, Vinny, Laimbeer, Rodman, and Mahorn. As the Pistons up court with 3:40 to go in Chicago and down 4. Isiah baseline left. Guns, no. Rebound Banks.
Tough shot by Isiah. Of course, they've been falling earlier.
Paxson's back in the game. He up courts it to Oakley. But the Bulls eventually go to Jordan in the lane. You'll have to pitch it back outside to Paxson. Foul line for the shot off the glass, no. But a 3-second violation on Banks will take it away anyway.
See, what happened there is Michael goes one-on-one, dances into the middle. He goes up. Everybody thinks it's going to be a shot.
Sure.
They go into the lane to rebound. When he throws the ball back out to Paxson and Pax doesn't shoot, it's 3 seconds.
3:12 to go. Pistons trying to execute. Rodman baseline left, shot is short. Rebound out of bounds off the Pistons. 3:06 to go. 96-92 Chicago. Atlanta wins on the road at Dallas.
9 in a row for the Hawks.
And now the Pistons have to win to stay in the top spot in the Central Division. Jordan down the lane for Chicago. Short with a spinning hook. Isiah rebounds. 2:50 left. Isiah in the lane over Paxson with a glasser. It's good. 96-94.
Isiah, when in doubt, go to the bank. Up off the glass, and Isiah brings him within 2.
2:35 to go. Bulls ball, and now the pressure's on Chicago. Corzine, top of the key. To Paxson, foul line. Spinning on Isiah, can't shake him. Runs him into a screen finally by Corzine. Goes left side, 15-footer, doesn't fall. Rebound, Jordan. Laimbeer's on the floor, though. It's a Chicago foul. It is on Banks.
15 foul, 5th personal on Banks. He's upset, and the bonus is in effect, and Laimbeer will have a chance to deuce this one up.
Bill, the 8th best free thrower in the league at 884, will shoot 2. Our next TV radio simulcast will be Monday, March 23rd, when the Pistons take on the Houston Rockets in Houston. Game time, 8:30 p.m. Don't miss the Pistons and the Rockets, Monday, March 23rd, from Houston, Texas.
Interesting move. Jordan out of the ball game, so they'll 3'd in. Jordan struggling offensively, but you think, despite that, you'd want him in the ball game.
And they have Oakley, Banks, Threet, Corzine, and Paxson on the floor. Laimbeer makes 1. This one would tie it. It does. 96-96, 2:22 to go. Jordan obviously bothered by the knee they continue to ice. 2:15 left. Bulls ball. Pistons have tied the game. Corzine right of the lane. Shot off the heel, no. Rodman keeps it alive and brings it down. Very important Dennis Rodman rebound. 2 minutes left. Score tied in Chicago at 96. Isiah with it. Works outside against Threet. Right wing Vinny turns and guns. It's in and out. And rebounded by Oakley.
Good shot by the Pistons. Even had good rebounding position.
Jordan's about to come back in for Chicago.
Bulls with only 2 timeouts left.
Threet has it sideline right, and they take one of them. 1:38 to go. Their shot clock is down at 14, and the score is tied at 96. Timeout on the Pistons Basketball Network. Next Thursday night, Piston player appearances at Dunham's in Roseville. John Salley and Joe Dumars, and the Health Alliance Plan Clinic that's up next will be Thursday, March 19th, 7:30 at Bishop Gallagher in Harper Woods. Chuck Daly and Rick Mahorn will be there. 1:34 to go in Chicago. Jordan back in the game, spinning baseline to lane, shot short, whistle, foul. Dumars, who was in with Isiah, fouled him. Dumars, Isiah, Mahorn, Rodman, and Laimbeer against Paxson and Jordan, and Banks and Corzine and Oakley. Michael Jordan, who has 23, with 1.5 to go, will shoot 2, and he misses the first.
Michael continues to struggle with his shot tonight. Not only from the field, but also from the free throw line.
See what happens in the second. Scores on that one. We're on evens and odds now, and the Bulls have the odd number. They lead 97-96. 1:31 to go, and the Pistons take time out. This is the Pistons Basketball Network. As the Bulls and the Pistons plot strategy, we'll remind you to cast your vote for the Motorcraft Murray's Discount Auto Spark Plug of the Year Award. You could win an all-expense-paid trip for 2 to see the Pistons in the playoffs. Ballots available at all Murray's locations and at the Silverdome. 1.5 left. Pistons ball. They trail by 1 in Chicago. Dumars up the right side again. Left wings to Laimbeer. Shot clock at 12. Laimbeer back outside the Dumars. The clock's at 9. Dumars against Jordan. Top of the key. The clock's at 6. Comes foul line. Sliding down the lane. Hook on the run. Hit it. What a shot by Joey D's fouled.
Isiah's really fired up for this one. He wants this one bad. Isiah tried to come out and get the ball on the play. Was overplayed very nicely, and Joey D had to take it by himself and either create or score, and he's got a chance to put the Pistons up by 2. Gene Banks on the foul, and that's his 6th. He'll go down. Paxson has 5. Oakley 4, the only 3 Bulls in any kind of trouble. The Pistons, Johnson with 4, and that's it.
Boy, Isiah came over and wanted to slap hands with the usually mild-mannered Joe Dumars, who could only give him a sheepish grin. Dumars makes the free throw.
I think you'll see
by 2.
I think you'll see a little pick down low for Corzine, and then they'll bring Michael up to the top. They run this play a lot and have a lot of success with it, trying to get the ball to Michael.
Minute left as Paxson hooks it mid-post right side to Corzine. Pistons by 2 in Chicago. Bulls ball. Corzine baseline for the gun. It is off the iron to Ricky Mahorn. Took it from Oakley. 47 seconds left. He's bothered by Jordan and Oakley, and he puts Oakley on the floor. No foul called. Forecourt goes the basketball to Isiah. He's two-time. Bounces outside for Dumars. Clock is at 10. 35 seconds to go in the game. Pistons by 2 in Chicago. 5 on the clock, now 4. Laimbeer, top of the key, 3 in the clock. Guns, it doesn't go.
Don't foul.
The rebound is picked up by Rodman off Oakley's back. He put it in, but before he did, a foul was called.
Not a very good place for Billy Laimbeer to get his first foul. You really want to make the Bulls earn it in this kind of situation. I'll tell you what, Billy takes a shot, had to. Clock was running down, but he might have gotten away with some kind of slap like that in a lot of traffic, but wide out in the open, on the road, it's tough to overlook. Oakley to the line, 68% free throw shooter on the year.
Nothing for 1 so far at the line tonight. Oakley makes the first. 99, 98, 25 seconds to go in the game. Oakley can tie it. Been a tight one in the Windy City. Pistons on an uphill struggle most of the night. Got the lead, but now Chicago has tied it up as he makes the second. Chuck Daly wants timeout. We're going to have some fun during this timeout, John. Talking about all the possibilities, and in this league there are plenty. Score is tied at 99. We'll stay here as the crowd roars in Chicago. Pistons trying to finish off a 3-game road trip with their 3rd win, and obviously I'd rather have the ball with 25 seconds in a tie game than be the guys trying to play defense.
Fans trying to bring him back in here, and you know, you're right. You can run it all the way down except for 1 second. It's great to have a guy like Isiah. I think you'll see maybe the 2-man game out high. Isiah and Billy Laimbeer when the clock runs down to about 9 with something down the middle for Isiah trying to create. I think you got to have the ball in his hands.
Boy, the noise in here was deafening, as you no doubt heard. And they tell me that what they would like to have heard in that new arena the Pistons are putting up is noise like that, but because of the way they're constructing it, it could happen. 30th anniversary team of the Pistons will be honored tomorrow night at the Silverdome. The Pistons fly home in the morning and entertain Dr. J, who will at least be there in civilian clothes and one of those fine-looking suits of his, and I think could play, and the Philadelphia 76ers tomorrow night. But at the half, we will honor the 30th anniversary team as voted by the fans, and that, of course, includes 2 ex-teammates of John Mengelt, Dave Bing and Bob Lanier, also Dave DeBuscher, George Yardley, and the guy who will have the ball here to set up the Pistons' last shot and maybe take it himself, Isiah Thomas.
How about my buddy Dr. Ben Palucci there for a physician, 30th anniversary? What do you think?
Oh, I think he wins hands down, and so does Jerry Zizik for equipment manager. Isiah.
Benny, one of the all-time great guys, man, I'll tell you that. Here we go.
For ball, and Dumars gets it to him. Pistons, quite frankly, have struggled getting up the last shot of the game.
They're going to isolate.
Let's see what happens now. They do isolate Isiah on 3.
Watch for the zone or the illegal defense.
Now Laimbeer pops
2-on-2
out,
game.
sets the screen left side. Isiah dumps it down to Billy. Inside, he's fouled with 4 seconds to play. They stopped the shot, but fouled him. Jordan fouled him.
Little 2-on-2 game on the left side. Pick and roll, the two that have been connecting all night, Laimbeer and Thomas. And Isiah finds Big Bill alone again underneath the basket. He got mashed, and he'll shoot a pair.
Billy Laimbeer.
Of course, the best free throw shooter on the team at 88%.
He's trying to get the crowd out of his head. He's very good at that. The first one rattles, though, and doesn't go. Isiah out to slap his hand as if to say, hey, it's all right, get one of these. We can probably cut him off in the final 4 seconds and win by 1. But now the crowd is really revved up. The next goes. 4 seconds to go. Chicago wants timeout. It's the Pistons 100, the Bulls 99. Timeout in Chicago with 4 seconds to play. The Bulls will get the ball back when we come back on the Pistons Basketball Network. Doug Collins got out the chalkboard, John, and set up the play. It's win it or else. I suppose they could get a foul and make 1 and go to OT, but right now it's the Pistons by 1. Bulls ball midcourt, 4 seconds left.
Well, they have to attack the basket. The one thing the Pistons have to remember, no more than 2 passes can be made, and there will be no rebound, okay? So a guy that is more than 2 passes away from the ball, if it's being rotated, can double team.
Dumars is hanging on to Michael Jordan. The ball goes to Michael anyway. Top of the key, 2 seconds to go. Fires, no. Pistons win 100-99 in Chicago. Our final score at the Chicago Stadium, the Pistons 100, the hometown Bulls 99. This is the Pistons Basketball Network. Our unsung hero of the game for Dunham Sports is Bill Laimbeer, 18 points and 8 rebounds, and he hit 1 of 2 free throws and gave the Pistons a 100-99 victory. Isiah Thomas has to be our Meyer Treasure Chest Jewelers player of the game. 30 points, 12 assists, and he and Michael had a showdown here, and the Bulls and the Pistons had a war, John.
Well, Michael struggled a little bit the whole game, especially with his shooting. Isiah had that spark in his eye, took off real strong, got in foul trouble, but he took over at the end of the ball game. I think the Pistons have to be proud of the fact that they won a game that really isn't their style. A low-scoring game. The Bulls are second in the league in defense. They like to keep the score down. And I think that Chuck Daly and his crew has to be ecstatic with 3 wins on the road.
Yep. Away for 3, and they won all 3. They come home tomorrow night against Philadelphia. The next one for John and for me, Monday the 23rd against the Houston Rockets down at the Summit. For John Mangelt, our producer-director Harry Hutt, and our statistician Mickey Evans, George Blaha. Good night, everybody.